G-Day there, mates. Welcome to another episode of the Assumed News Program. I'm your Koala News reporter, Kenny, bringing you all the assumed headlines with a touch of Aussie charm. Now, before we dive into the news, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Kenny, your go-to guy for all things Australian Indigenous lore and news reporting. When I'm not snoozing or munching on eucalyptus leaves, you can find me researching stories and keeping up with the latest happenings. So grab a cuppa, sit back, and let's dive into the wild world of assumed news. Trust me, you're in for a ride. Oh, Albo, you've managed to find yourself in yet another VIP jet scandal claim. It's like a recurring role in a TV drama, isn't it? The media loves a good scandal, and politicians seem to have a knack for providing the material. But hey, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. We all deserve a fair chance to explain ourselves, right? Maybe there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this alleged scandal, or perhaps it's just another storm in a teacup. The world of politics is like a wild roller coaster ride. My friends, fasten your seatbelts and brace yourselves for the twists and turns. In the end, who knows? The classic Aussie breakdown over a hefty medication bill. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, mate. Prescription prices can be as confusing as a kangaroo doing math. But fear not, my fellow Aussies, for there may be a silver lining to this dark cloud. Sometimes these stories shed light on bigger issues, prompting discussions about healthcare and accessibility. And who knows, maybe it'll inspire some positive changes down the road. So, take a deep breath and remember that you're not alone in this struggle. We'll keep an eye on the situation and see how it unfolds. Hang in there, folks. The conjoined twin question that's got everyone talking. It's like a never-ending game of Guess Who? With a twist. You know, curiosity does have a way of getting the better of us. People are just dying to know all the juicy details. But let me remind you, my dear viewers, that it's important to approach such matters with respect and sensitivity. We're all unique in our own ways, after all. And who knows? Maybe these conjoined twins will teach us a thing or two about unity and embracing differences. Life is full of surprises, isn't it? Let's keep an open mind and see where this incredible journey takes us. The country's wild cannabis move. Talk about a divisive topic. It's like watching a game of tug of war, but instead of a rope, it's a joint. Some folks are all for it, claiming it's a natural remedy for all of life's woes, while others, well, they're not exactly embracing the idea with open arms. But hey, who am I to judge? We live in a world where people argue about pineapple on pizza. So cannabis legalization is just another day in the wild and wonderful land down under. Will this decision bring us closer together or drive us further apart? Only time will tell, my fellow koala enthusiasts. The elusive devil comet makes its grand entrance after 70 long years. Can you believe it? It's like spotting a rare unicorn or finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. People are going bonkers over this celestial spectacle, dusting off their telescopes and setting their alarms for those late-night stargazing sessions. I must say, it's quite a sight to behold, you know. The universe has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. So, grab your popcorn and find a cozy spot to witness this cosmic show. Who knows? Maybe this comet will sprinkle a little magic and wonder into our lives. Fasting, a practice that spans across many religions. It's like a secret code that unlocks a deeper connection to the divine. Each faith has its own reasons for embracing this ancient tradition. It's like a spiritual journey where you give your stomach a little vacation, whether it's for self-discipline, purification, or a way to show devotion. Fasting holds a special significance for believers. It's like hitting the reset button for the soul. So, if you're ever curious about the practices of different religions, Take a peek into their fasting rituals. Who knows, you might even discover a newfound respect for the power of self-restraint. But remember, folks, fasting isn't for everyone. Oh boy, hold on to your hats. Folks, we've got ourselves a Hollywood star going full hipster in Sydney. Can you imagine? It's like witnessing a chameleon changing its colors right before your eyes. This star, known for their glitz and glamour, has decided to embrace the quirky and alternative side of life down under. From beanies to oversized glasses and vintage flannel shirts, they're rocking that hipster vibe like nobody's business. I gotta admit, it's refreshing to see someone break free from the norm and embrace their inner hipster. And who can blame them? Sydney is a city bursting with creativity and individuality. Oh, Lizzo, what a roller coaster ride she's been on. From being slammed as shameful to making a dramatic I quit announcement, it's like watching a soap opera unfold in real life. But hey, who hasn't felt the weight of criticism at some point? We're all human, after all. The important thing is to remember that sometimes stepping back and taking a breather can lead to unexpected opportunities and growth. Lizzo's got talent and a strong fan base, so I wouldn't be surprised if she bounces back in no time. Life's full of ups and downs, my friends, but it's how we handle them that truly defines us. A major change for tourists visiting our beloved Australian natural wonder. Can you believe it? It's like a plot twist in a blockbuster movie. So, here's the scoop. Things are about to get a little different when it comes to exploring this popular gem. But fear not. My fellow adventure seekers, change can be a good thing. It keeps things fresh and exciting. Now, I'm not saying we should break out the confetti cannons just yet. But who knows? Maybe this change will bring a new perspective and enhance the visitor experience. So, grab your hats and sunscreen, folks, because it's still going to be one heck of a journey. Oh my. It seems that the proposed caravan reforms have ruffled some feathers among our fellow Aussies. I can practically hear the sound of caravans revving up in protest. But let's take a step back, shall we? We're all about freedom and adventure here in Australia, but we also value safety and order. These reforms may seem a bit strict, but hey, better safe than sorry, am I right? Plus, who doesn't love a good road trip? So, let's not get too worked up over this, mate. There's always a way to find balance and make the best of any situation. And maybe these reforms will even lead to some new and exciting caravan adventures. Only time will tell. Seabells for Australia at Chinese ports. What a delightful, unique story to kick off our weekly news program, Assume News. It seems that while Australia has been busy exporting all sorts of goods to China, the seabells were left out of the mix. But fear not, my dear viewers, for our friends in China have finally caught on to the trend and will now be importing these lovely seabells from our shores. Who knows? Maybe the soothing sound of these bells will help ease the tense trade relations between our two countries. Stay tuned for more uplifting and surprising news on Assume News. The experience of having no visual imagination and no inner voice. It's like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded with no sense of direction. Can you imagine that? It's a bit like going on a road trip without a map or GPS. You just have to wing it and hope for the best. But hey, we all have our unique ways of experiencing the world, right? Some people might rely more on their other senses, like touch or sound, to make sense of things. And who knows? Maybe not having a visual imagination or inner voice opens up other avenues of creativity and understanding. It's like finding a hidden treasure in an unexpected place. Life is full of surprises, my friends. Folks, it's time to check out what Wendy, our resident weather girl, has in store for us today. Let's cross over to Wendy and see if she's got any surprises up her sleeve. Take it away, Wendy.
こんにちは、スイス。今日の天気情報は次の通りです。チューリッヒからはほぼ曇り、気温は10度です。ジュネーブでは小雨が降り、気温は摂氏11度です。ベルンは晴れ、気温は摂氏11度です。ルツェルンに向かうと、ほぼ曇りで気温は10度です。 ローザンヌは晴れ時々晴れ、気温は10度です。最後に、ルガーノでは雨が降り、気温は13度です。それは今のところすべてです。安全に気をつけて、楽しい一日をお過ごしください。スイス。